Hi dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to your favorite cricket show, the Cricket Happenings show with your host Ram. And today I'm going to cover two matches. One is Zimbabwe, who continue to really surprise everybody here. Today they have gone on to another very easy victory in the one-day international series, having a 7-wicket victory over Bangladesh here. Again, Brian Vitori picks up another fivers. This left-arm seamer, Brian Vitori from Zimbabwe, this new kid on the block, is really making a lot of waves in Zimbabwean cricket, and it can only do wonders for Zimbabwe cricket as far as their international stature is concerned. Now, the other news that I have is that Australia, Zimbabwe has gone up 2-0 in the series against Bangladesh, and Australia have also done the same. They have also gone 2-0 in the series, and again, today the Sri Lankan batting couldn't come to the fore, and they were bundled out for 208, and Australia went home by winning the match very comfortably by 8-wicket win, with Ricky Ponting and Michael Clarke once again leading the way after Shane Watson made 43. Well, I'll be coming to that later. Let's first look at the match between Zimbabwe and Bangladesh, where it was Zimbabwe who actually won the toss, and Brendan Taylor put the Bangladesh team into bat. And Brian Vitori, once again, as I said, he was the hero. In fact, he picked up 9.3 overs, no maiden, 5 for 20, and they didn't skittle. The only difference between the first match and the second match was that Bangladesh went 184 previously. They just added 4 runs. It was a similar tale today. Vitori picking up 5 wickets for 20 runs. WC Sibanda once again showing some lot of consistency in his batting by playing another innings of 67 of 96 balls with 7 fours. Well, just looking at the way Bangladesh batted, the Bangladesh batting was not looking good at all. They played some loose strokes, and that was what brought their downfall. So Bangladesh have a lot of soul searching to do. The first wicket to go today was Tamim Iqbal. Vitori was the one who actually gave them the breakthrough by actually getting Tamim Iqbal to slash a ball to point. Price took the catch and he was gone for 3, and they were 9 for 1. After that, Imrul Kais made 8 runs. And Mushfiqur Rahim was actually promoted in the batting order today, but well, it came to nothing, I would say, as Chris Pofu, the bowler, actually picked up his wicket when he was caught by Irvine going for a pull shot where the pull was mistimed, and Irvine picked up the catch, so he was gone for 12. Imrul Kais made 8. So Imrul Kais continues his poor form in Bangladesh cricket here, as Imrul Kais was gone, caught by Masakadza of the bowling of Vitori for 8, and Mohammad Ashraful and Shahriar Nafees briefly stayed there trying to do something, but well, nothing could really be done, as Shahriar Nafees, even though he got a life, was gone, caught Taylor, bowled Chigumbra for 14, and this was the time when Shahriar Nafees and Mohammad Ashraful was there. The score was 26 for 3, and they had to do a sort of surviving job. In the surviving job, they couldn't actually pick up runs, and the runs started to dry out, and then Shahriar Nafees was gone. After that, Shakib Al Hasan, well, now I have to be a bit brief because I had to cover 2 match reports here. Shahriar Nafees was out 14. Mohammad Ashraful contributed 6, so he was gone for 6 of the bowling of Chigumbra. Mahmudullah was out for 3. Shakib Al Hasan contributed 26 of 47 balls, but the reason that Bangladesh reached 188 was to the fact that Nasir Hussain was making his debut today, and he's playing in the team as an all-rounder, and Nasir Hussain showed his all-round skills today. His driving was very good. He was also pulling well, and he contributed a very good 63 of 92 balls on his first match. So he got a debut on his 50. So congratulations to Nasir Hussain, and Abdul Razak combined with him to put up a good partnership there. In fact, they took on the score from 111 for 7 to 176, with Abdul Razak making 35 of 32 balls, 1416. But Nasir Hussain on his debut, 63 of 92 balls with 6 fours. That's it, 188 all out. Shafil Islam was not out on 3. The bowling figures again: Vitori, 9.3 overs, no maiden, 20 runs and 5 wickets, which netted him the man of the match award. Pofu, 9 overs, 1 maiden, 142. Prosper Saya bowled well, 10 overs, 142, 2 for 35 for Chigumbra, and Raymond Price, 9 overs, no maiden, none for 38. Zimbabwe in the knock, they lost Brendan Taylor early, who was out to Shafil Islam for 3, but after that, WC Sibanda once again took over, along with Masakadza, putting up a good partnership of 83 for the second wicket. which really set them up. And Vusi Sibanta once again showed a lot of consistency. His driving was good. In fact, he put Abdul Razak out of the attack. He probably has a good liking for Abdul Razak, left arm spinner. Very good use of the feet. And Abdul Razak was never bowled after bowling just 1 over for 10 runs. He was also costly in the first one-day international, as you know. And Vusi Sibanda continued to impress with his consistent innings of 67 of 96 balls, 7 fours. Masakadza made 38 before being stumped of the bowling of Mahmudullah of 51 balls with 5 fours. Tatinder Taibu then took them to victory, not out on 61 of 74 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes. Irvan was not out on 8, 191 for 3. Zimbabwe going home and taking a 2-0 series lead here, winning the match by 7 wickets here at the Harare Sports Club. Bowling nothing to talk about, one each to Shafiul Islam, Mahmudullah and Mohammad Ashraful, and it was player of the match was Brian Vitori, without any doubt. And now I'm going to talk about this game between Australia and Sri Lanka, which was played here at the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium in Surya Jeva in Hambantota. Now Hambantota, as you know, was venue for the World Cup. That was the first time that matches were played there in Hambantota. And they were all high-scoring affairs with all the Minnow nations actually taking part. This was the first time in Hambantota that you had a frontline nation like the test playing nations actually clashing here. And well, Sri Lanka and Australia clashed here. And well, Sri Lanka were the ones who actually won the toss and elected to bat. Well, they really couldn't have any answer to the bowling of Brett Lee, who bowled superbly today. In fact, it all started with Tilakendra Dilshan looking confident with some boundaries, but then Brett Lee, this was a very good captaincy by Michael Clarke, actually changing ends for Brett Lee, and Brett Lee tailing a delivery into Dilshan's stumps, and Dilshan was gone boldly for 24. Upul Taranga offered, in fact, tried to stay away from a delivery from Johnson, but got an edge onto the glove. In fact, the ball just snicked his glove, and he was caught behind for 13 of 30 balls with 2 fours. Sangakkara was the one who held the fort, making 52 of 85 balls, 1 4, 1 6. Jayawardene contributed 17 of 30 balls. He was done in by Xavier Doherty, going for a sweep shot against the spin there. He was gone there. And Chandimal was nicely set up by Bollinger, actually softened him up by bowling a bouncer, and almost he was on to a second hit wicket dismissal like what happened in the 2020. But well, the next delivery, Chandimal was on his way home as Chandimal was a soft dismissal as Bollinger actually made him poke at a delivery outside the off stump. Haddon took the catch and he was gone for 1. Angelo Matthews contributed briefly in a good partnership with Kumar Sangakkara there, contributing 35, 60 balls with 1 4, playing very, very sedately. And after that was Kulashekara's turn to actually make a very good, useful 34 of 31 balls, 3 4s and 1 6. They actually gave the Sri Lankan innings a bit of stability, I would say, and the score passed the 200 mark, 208 all out Sri Lanka. Brett Lee, 10 overs, no more than 250, bowled well. Bollinger was superb, 10 overs, 2 minutes, 35 runs and 3 wickets. Watson, 5.3 overs and 1 for 29. 9 overs, 1 minute, 34 runs and 2 wickets for Mitchell Johnson. Xavier Doherty was impressive, 10 overs, 143. And Hussey, 5 overs, no more than 1 for 15. But one has to really credit Michael Clarke's captaincy. He changed the ends of the bowlers, made some quick changes, and it immediately paid dividends. For Australia, well, Shane Watson and Brad Hannon walked in, just chasing a score of 208. But well, they lost Brad Hannon early today when Kulashekara gave them the breakthrough, as he was caught behind for 7 of as many balls with 1 4. But then Shane Watson had to actually observe some restraint in the company of Ponting just to settle down matters. He did that, and later on played some good strokes. He also had a very good pull shot for 6 of the bowling of Rangana Herath. But then Shane Watson was finally gone after contributing 43 of 51 balls with 4 4s and 1 6. When Malinga tailed in a delivery into Watson's stumps, his stumps were absolutely splayed there, and that's what Malinga can do. And so Watson was gone, and that was the only reward that Sri Lanka got, 104 for 2, and it was curtains for Sri Lanka as far as wickets were concerned, because the Australian innings just progressed along with Michael Ponting, with Ricky Ponting playing in a very responsible fashion, and also taking good advantage of loose balls, whereas Michael Clarke, well, he meant business. In fact, it was an aggressive 58 of 67 balls with Michael Clarke with 4 4s and 2 6s. Ricky Ponting was not out on 90 of 106 balls, 8 4s and 1 6. He actually took the man of the match. Michael Clarke remained not out on 58 and 211 for 2. That was an 8-wicket victory for Australia. It was a very, very easy victory for them. And the bowling figures doesn't make any happy reading. Malinga 8 overs 145. Kulashekara, the wicket takers there, 7 overs 1 made him 1 for 38. Matthews 3 overs none for 18. Herath none for 57, was very very costly today. The Australians really took heavy toll of him. Mendes 6 overs none for 23, was sorted out. Given Mendes 3 overs none for 12, and Dilshan 3 overs none for 16. Ricky Ponting of Australia for his knock of 90 was the man of the match, and it was a very nice knock off from Ricky Ponting. Really started with a lot of strokes and a lot of responsibility. So Ricky Ponting definitely showing off that his captaincy is not a burden anymore. Michael Clarke getting the reins, but Michael Clarke also showing that captaincy is not something which is burdening him. What a match we had here at Hambantota, where Australia had a very very easy victory over Sri Lanka and go 2 up in the series, and now it's all on Sri Lanka to actually see whether they can salvage something there. Not salvage, basically. They have to keep the series alive by actually winning the third match, which would be played on 16th of August. Whether that happens or not, one has to wait and watch. But it was a good game of cricket here at the Hambantota. It got its first one-day international after the World Cup, I would say, as previously there were no one-day international matches being played before the World Cup. Well, other than that, dear fans, let me see if I have time. I can cover something here. Just talking about this game for Sri Lanka. Well, their batting never seems to really come well. Their batting has been struggling. Like they have been losing wickets. There has been some strokes played. A lot of things are happening. They were trying to settle in, but nobody were able to go to a big one. Sangakkara was into a lot of pressure. He made 52, but was out to a loose ball from Hussey. Actually, it was a full toss, which actually tried to pull because of the run rate going down. And Sangakkara, because the run rate was only 4 runs per over, and Sangakkara had to really up the tempo, but he failed that as Johnson took the catch, and he was gone for 52. Matthews contributed 35, but for Sri Lanka, it's a lot of things that they have to work on here. There's no doubt about it. Their batting has not been really giving them the impetus that they needed, and the middle order has been failing, so it is not good news for Sri Lanka. For Australia, everything is coming together for them. The batting, bowling, like Ponting and Clarke, one of the stalwarts there, both experienced campaigners. Not only this is the second consecutive time in this one-day international series that Ricky Ponting and Clarke have taken their side home, which really speaks about this Australian team, that they are really looking forward to it. I mean, they are looking very confident unit right away. Bowling, well, nothing to... Rankana Herath, as I said, was really taken to the cleaners today. He was really hit hard by the Australian batsman. Malinga was bowling well. Kulashekara was the best according to me today. Since I have time, I can also dwell on the match between Zimbabwe and Bangladesh. Well, Bangladesh again, Zimbabwe is really showing what they are capable of, and they are really making a statement here to the international cricket fraternity with their exploits here, because 2 consecutive wins. They won the test match, 1 off test, now 2 consecutive wins, and they are almost there, 2-0 lead in the series, with the third one coming on 16th. And for Bangladesh, well, if they have to escape any humiliation, the third one-day international, Bangladesh, it's a must win. They have to win it if they have to keep the series alive. And Bangladesh, let me tell you, the batting has not been coming good. Imrul Case has been consistently failing. Probably time for Junaid Siddique to actually take his place there. Mushfiqur Rahim was promoted, probably a good move, but well, it didn't really come off. It backfired. The bowlers, even because of the pressure that Brian Vitori has been creating, what is happening is that even Elton Chugumbra was able to bowl very economically, and also in the bargain pick up 2 important wickets, because Mohammad Ashraf and Shahriar Nafees were just trying to settle things, and that was the time Chugumbra struck and picked up those 2 vital wickets for 35 runs. Nasir Hussain on his debut was looking very impressive with his knock of 63 of 92 balls on his first match. That's something, and he was looking good too. And Abdul Razak also giving company. Abdul Razak, as you know, his bowling has not been coming well. Abdul Razak has been having a problem with his bowling, and Vusi Sibanda is the one who has been really giving nightmares to Abdul Razak, because in the first match he hit a lot of boundaries, and he really put him out of the attack. And today, after 1 over, in fact, Shakib Al Hasan did not have the confidence to bring Abdul Razak into the attack, because Abdul Razak has been really sorted out by the Zimbabwe batsmen, especially Vusi Sibanda, who was very severe on him. In fact, it took 10 runs of the only over he faced against Abdul Razak. So it is always Sibanda has already have an upper hand over Razak every time he has played him. And Well, Brian Rotori, what a day. Swing, movement, everything. He looks like a complete bowler now. 5 for 20,